Ross, another win for Rubens, but was that entirely by design?
Not my design, anyway.
Talk us through what happened on that last lap. They were doing a finish for the cameras, a nice cross the line together.
I guess so. I assume Michael will give us an explanation in the press conference. So, but no, it wasn't something we discussed. So the plan was to race as hard and as long as we could. And at some point at the end, if it became clear to us that either driver could overtake the other, we'd turn the engines down, which is what we did. So they raced very hard up until after the second pit stops. And then they were told to turn the engines down. They were a little bit cautious at the beginning of each stint because we knew the tyres could blister today, so the first 10 laps of each stint they had to control their pace, and then the remainder of the stint they were off the leash, as it were. And they were pretty evenly matched there, and Michael was pushing very hard, Rubens was pushing very hard. So, but when they're that evenly matched and the cars are the same, I don't think one's going to overtake the other. And you saw what happened with Ralph and Juan Pablo. Two cars the same, two good drivers, it's very difficult.
So your intention was for Michael to win the race. 0.0 seconds as they cross the line. He might not know where the line is.
Yeah, you need to talk to him, honestly, because I'm not quite sure where it went through his mind.
Looks like you don't care either way.
A bizarre finish to the United States Grand Prix. It is another Ferrari 1-2. Then let me just confirm it for you. They don't care in which order. It's Barrichello first at the last, then Michael Schumacher. Great drive from David Coulthard, Montoya fourth, Trulli fifth. Jacques Villeneuve making his point for British American Racing. Tony Charlie, what did you make of that last few inches, really?
I think it's a great shame, to be very honest. I think if you look and come through turn 13, Michael had slowed down somewhat, and Rubens was right behind thinking, what's going on? And obviously pulled alongside for this photo finish that perhaps Michael thought he was trying to recreate, whether he knew where the line was or not. After a long, hard race with the gloves off for the first time they've been able to race, you have a confusing result for the general public. What is going on? Who has won? And it's back down to manipulation.
Did they make a mistake here, Mark? Did they get the wrong finishing line? And of all the places to do it, fancy doing it here?
Well, doing it in the US market, I mean, this is not the place to do that kind of deal. I really am. I'm sitting there, I'm bemused, confused, along with another 180,000 people out there at this point.
Was it another bit of payback for Austria from Michael Schumacher, or was it a genuine mistake?
It could well have been, but I mean, the thing is, you have a duty to general sport. What Jean Todt has said throughout the season is that we are not going to race each other until the championship is won, first and foremost. It's up to the others to catch us up and race. You must respect our decision. Now, for once, to say, right, off you go and race. We have a great race, a great spectacle, which we've thoroughly enjoyed. And then at the finish, we have this staged finish, which we don't like.
David Coulthard, a last word from you on him. He's got up there on the podium.
I think he's had a fantastic weekend. He's been very solid, drove a great race there. Just unfortunately, he doesn't have a car underneath him to match the Ferraris. But, you know,
we've had a great spectacle, and our reaction here says it all. We're all a bit flat after a terrific spectacle of an American Grand Prix.
Yeah, I thought it was absolutely fantastic. Thanks for the pictures, Bernie, by the way.
OK, thanks to you both. Well, of course, there'll be much more about that story in our highlight show from here just after midnight on ITV1. The last race of the season, a couple of weeks' time at Suzuka in a fortnight, and we will be there. Extensive coverage throughout the weekend. Right, stay tuned for Coronation Street. Coming up for you right after the news is Richard's guilty secret going to be revealed. No secrets here at all, despite David Coulthard's best efforts. Those Ferraris are really streets ahead, but we're still trying to work out what happened at the finish. Join us for the highlights just after midnight. Good night to you all.
If you'd like to know more about Formula One, the website address sponsored by Toyota is itv.com/F1.